and welcome to Sequin Girly Creates. This is one of my Wednesday episodes where I either review a pattern or talk about a sewing idea, and this week it is having a truthful review of my summer sewing. What feels like the hair there? My summer sewing and, you know, thinking forward, ready to next year. What did I really wear versus what did I sew? Welcome if you are new, and welcome back if you are one of my existing subscribers. Over here is a hanging rail which we will look at, and I'm going to talk to you honestly about the realities of what I sew versus what I wore. Slight caveat, this summer very different from last summer in the UK. Last summer it was blazing hot and we were just like shorts and dresses the whole time. This summer very different. I think this summer was a more realistic representation of British summers, so I am reviewing it based on what I wore this summer, but I am realistic that that's not the same all summers. As I say, sat here right now with 29 degrees outside in September, 7th, 8th of September or something crazy like that. So I just want to be honest about what I wore versus did it suit the heat, because I think that's always going to be variable. So let's go. Okay, so here is the hanging rail of colourfulness. Still some bits behind me there. I had great feedback last time I did a hanging rail, so I thought I would do it again, and just gives me the opportunity to show and talk you through. And this is what my wardrobe looks like too. Now, I haven't got everything here because I've still got a lot of ready to wear, which I'm fine with and I'm not getting rid of in my wardrobe. I will review that separately to this for myself. If you would like to see that, do drop a message below, but this is about my sewing review at this point. So we'll work our way across. Remember, we've had a weird summer of weather, but that's okay. I still need to think, what did I wear? So we'll start with these two pairs of trousers. This was the original pair that Christine challenged me to make from the Busy Bee Sewing Challenge. These are the Closet Core sepia pants. I made this pair and then I quickly made a second pair with adjustments because they are definitely for a much taller person than me. I love them. This is a second-hand bit of curtain fabric. This is a bit of fabric I found in a charity shop. These are my perfect go-to summer trouser when you don't know what to wear because it's weird and cool and warm. Loved them, comfy around the waist. I have asked myself an honest question, I will put a picture up of me wearing them here. How am I going to make more trousers like this that aren't necessarily this pattern, because this is something that I grab and go to over and over again. And I am now looking for a non-elasticated waist comfy pair of trouser patterns. I'm on the search, because although I love these, an elasticated waist doesn't always feel great around my waist, and I would like a pair that's a bit smooth around the front. But the honest review is these are grab and go, and I need to have more grab and go trousers. I love them. And funny enough, the next thing is two pairs of wide leg trousers. I made these from a shorts pattern I had and I just extended the leg. This is a red gauze, double gauze from Rainbow Fabric, and that's I got it last year, like Fabric Godmother or something, like a remnant. I've worn these trousers a lot. Again, they're cool, they're comfy, they're great in that I don't know what to wear, and also if you haven't shaved your legs and you don't want to show everyone, perfect as well. But again, elasticated waist. I'm okay with it most of the time, but there are those days where I just don't want that. So the honest review is cool summer trousers is an essential in my wardrobe and something I must keep looking for patterns for and must keep sewing. They work for me. Patina blouse, there's a whole episode coming about all my patina blouses. I've not worn this summer, but then I asked myself why, and I realised it's probably because I worked from home a lot. If I'd gone into the office, I probably would have worn this. So I'm going to see for the autumn, because the office where I work is still quite warm, so this could still make an appearance, so I'm not upset yet. If you are an existing viewer, you know the answer to this. This again, it is a patina blouse hack, video coming soon. I loved this. I love the cotton. It's from Minerva. It's I think it's actually a viscose chalet. I say that now. It's not cotton. It's cool. I feel lovely in it. there has to be another one of these, and I have to find another amazing fabric. I really think the fabric is a huge part of why I love this dress. It's the weight of it, the feel of it, and the meanness of it. So really asking myself, how much of it is the fabric that makes me pick it up again? That's like this guy here. Again, if you haven't seen it, I have got a whole video about how to make these dresses now. This is a dress I put on over and over again. People have said to me how flattering it is on me. I love it. I feel so nice in it. I feel so me in it. And it is the perfect secret pyjamas. It's back to that thing where there's nothing around my waist. Because whilst I like this and I will put a belt on with it, you then start becoming conscious of your waist. And this, there is nothing like that. It's the perfect length on me. I can just put it on with like a denim jacket or a smarter jacket or my lovely yellow cardigan. I love dresses, and this is the epitome of why I love dresses. So this tells me there's something very me about them, and I must sew things like that. Funnily enough, if you haven't seen it, watch my Seasons of East pattern review, because this is the third Seasons of East dress I made, and I hacked it and made it out of jersey. This is another one. I love putting this on. I wore it to my sewing social, I wore it to visit my mum, I wore it to work, I think. I love it. I feel so put together in it and so comfortable and so me. So this is definitely the way I need to go when I'm sewing. And guess what? This one got worn quite a bit as well. Short sleeve version of this. This one feels very work suitable in a strange way. I love that one too. Wore it a lot. This summer I made two of these, more of these. So I've got, this is the original. And then I made this one and a green one. There was a day in the life where you watched me choosing the fabric for this. I've worn this out already, and again, I don't need to wear a belt with it, but I can, and I feel swishy and nice in that. The cotton t-shirt is quite thick though, so on a day like today where it's 28, 29 outside, it's actually a bit too thick. So that's something. This one's quite thin, so it's something to think about with these, but t-shirt dresses are a great at-home option. Now, why have I only worn this once? I know Liz, the baker that sews, loves this Myosotis dress. This is the Myosotis by Deer and Doe. I've got these great buttons down the front. I really enjoyed sewing it. I don't know why I haven't worn it more. I might put it on this afternoon and just wear it around the house. I talk about that in my Sewing Mojo video, about how sometimes we'll make something and then not 100% love it, and sometimes you just got to put it back on and wear it at home and see how it feels. And I think this needs a dose of that, because I have not reached for it this summer at all. And that can't just be for the weather, because the length of it means I can easily feel like sort of warmer in it, sticking a cardigan over it. So I don't know what happened there, but I need to wear this and find out. So I'm going to put it right to the end. Two more dresses to do. So this one, another Padina blouse hack dress. Love it, but it's just not felt very summery. And I don't know if that's because of the summer we've had or because of how I feel about it. So this is definitely one that I need to ask myself a few more questions about, because I did love it when I put it on. So why am I not grabbing this when I go to the wardrobe? It's a worry, but it's a question. And maybe the answer is it's just not a me enough fabric. Final dress. Now I haven't got my other Seasons of East ones here, because you already know how I feel about that if you've watched any of my vlogs. But the final one is this one, which was a self-drafted one. And I used the shearing tape in it. I like it in lots of ways. I wore it the other day in the hot weather, but because of the shearing, it keeps widening up a bit and I have to keep pulling it down a bit. That might be I just need to bring it down a bit lower. Who knows? I don't know what the ultimate plan is. Maybe it just needs washing a bit more. I love the fabric. and I think I probably will go to it a bit more, and I definitely can feel in the autumn like wearing a long sleeve underneath this. I don't think I've had it long enough to have a full verdict on that yet. I am wearing a dress. This is a t-shirt dress that I created myself. It's actually got a raglan sleeve. I based this on a dress that I already owned, a vintage dress that I liked. Right, tops. I haven't made a huge amount of tops this summer. There's a couple missing here which I'll go and find in a minute. Now this top, I didn't make this, but I hacked this from something that I bought in a charity shop, and I tell you what, when the weather is hot at home, this must be like some Cotton Lord or something. It's originally from H&M. It just says 100% cotton, but it's thin, it's floaty, and I really like the way it looks on me. So I need to talk that through with myself when I'm looking for patterns, because look, it has the yoke at the back, which is a double yoke, which reminds me of Friday Pattern Company, but more of a traditional collar than the Donny shirt, but grown on, I think it's called grown on sleeves, but with a cuff. I made this skirt last summer. I still wear this plenty, so that's good too. You will notice I've whizzed through a couple of things because you have seen them in other things. There is a midway summer plan one where I talk about that, and a summer plans one. So if you do want sort of more details on ones like this, do hop back and have a look at those videos, because I do go through those a bit more. There is one more dress, and I think we already know the answer to this one, don't we? Perfect. So me, so throw on a ball. Nothing else to say there really. And I've worn it plenty of times. So now for a bit of an honest thought. I made these two pairs of culottes, this pair and this pair. I'm super proud that I made them. I'm super happy with how they look. Yet why do I keep grabbing instead this and the other two pairs like this that I've owned for a couple of years from M&S? They're elastic at the back, flat front at the front. Yeah, I'm not grabbing these, and I'm grabbing these. What's going on? So I need to have a little conversation with myself, because I made these to help me have other choices, yet I still keep going through the same ones again. So other things I've got are me made shorts. I've got another pair now. I've got this pair. I wear them, but I don't love myself in them. And you know what? I'm working out that I've talked about sort of high expectations, perfection, which I don't have about myself, but I have about things I do. And I've talked about all sorts of things with you, and I think shorts are just, I know Adele talked about this on Sofa Serenity. Shorts are just one of those things that every time I put them on, they're just so confronting compared to a dress. The way a dress feels on me and looks for me in the mirror versus shorts. But at least I wear them now. But I don't think it's the pattern, but it's not my favourite thing. But it's something I'm working on, and you can see I've made them in the most me fabric I can. But still, it's still a work in progress for me about how I feel. I've got several tops like this where I refashioned them because they needed taking in, etc. since my breast reduction, and I definitely wear those now. But the one t-shirt I wore, I sewed, sorry. The one t-shirt I sewed this summer that I would have thought I would have worn was the Barra Studios one. And I just, when I put it on, I take it off again. So whether the vision in my head doesn't match the reality, I love the colour. I don't know if I need to do a full bust adjustment next time, because it feels a bit gapey here when I wear it. But there have been several moments over the summer where I've put this on to wear it and taken it back off. So that's no good. Usually it's sitting in space in my drawer, and I just get it out, put it on, don't like it, take it off, put it away. Yet this is the perfect green. So I might need to make this again, but with a full bust adjustment maybe, because I need to be honest with myself that I'm just not loving how it looks when I put it on, and so it's wasting space, and actually someone else could enjoy it because it's been worn like once. Now this skirt, I made this skirt last summer. It looked different when I first made it. I then changed it. I absolutely love the way it looks. But have you seen it on my Instagram this summer? Have you seen it on my YouTube? I haven't worn it. And I don't know why. Maybe we've just not had the summer for it. Maybe too much expectation. Maybe it felt too sunny on the rainy days. But I'm never put off by being too sunny. I don't know. I love it, and I need to keep working on why I'm not wearing it, because it's something I've got to keep working on, because I cannot sew more and waste fabric and do things that will end up never having their destiny, which is to be worn, when I sew something that feels so me. So this is meant to be an honest review, and this is it. Now I've realised there's a couple of major go-tos that are not here, so give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So two major go-tos. One of them is this cardigan that I made in the spring. It's the Nora cardigan, I think, by Tilly and the Buttons. And whilst I don't amazingly love the design, I think the sleeves are a bit wide, I think it's, and I hate the way this constantly like flaps out here like this, but I tell you what, all summer long, I think that's a song, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, all summer long, this has been my grab to wear when it gets fresh. When we've had the rainy days, when we've had the fresher days, I have put this on over so many things. And it's because it feels like me, and it feels comfy, and it's soft, and it just creates that layer. So I definitely need to sew more like this, because this is something, and you know, and variations, maybe crop ones, maybe ones where I sew differently down the front, but it's definitely something that I need in my wardrobe for the summer, and maybe in more plainer colours or other colours. This works, I think, over this. But it wouldn't work over that, and you know, just throwing these on allows my summer clothes to get worn through the summer. So let's pop it on here. I don't think that works, but if it was in like a pink or something, or just a plain green, that would be great. So this Nora cardigan, I need to make some other jersey fabric cardigans. Yes, it's jersey fabric again. And then the other one that I've worn quite a bit, often with this, is just another thin stripy shirt. This one is not a double yoke, actually. You can see the stitching inside. I bought this in a charity shop, and it's, look, it's a similar shape and style, and it's super soft. I don't like the ties, but it's super soft, and just chuck it on. So there we go. That is my honest review of what I've worn versus what I've made. So I know, and I'm going to make notes, I'm also going to watch this again myself, that going forward to next summer, it's cool summer trousers, perhaps in some plains, some dresses that with fabric that really feels like me, some cool tops like these guys here. So I need to go in a fabric shop to feel the fabric for that, because it's actually the fabric that makes me pick those up, the feel of it rather than the look of it. So that's really important. Couple of outfits to question why I don't wear them and work that out. And yeah, there we go. It doesn't feel like I've had a summer of just wearing loads, but then we've had a weird summer, and I've worked from home a lot of it. Haven't been abroad. When we went to Wales, if you haven't seen my vlog, I took you to Wales with me. When we went to Wales, it was quite dreary in places, so I wore these a lot. But some things that need some love. I don't like clothes to not get some love, so it's time to have a look at these. But I hope that helps you to look at and think about whether it's your me-made or your ready-to-wear wardrobe or a mixture of both. Just thinking through, why don't I wear it? Why do I wear it? And what do I want going forward, using those reasons for, if I wear this, how do I make other things that help me with that? Or if I don't wear this, why, and how do I avoid that for the future? Because as you know, I'm a really passionate person about wanting to become the most conscious sewer I can, and to be my most conscious self, I have to regularly ask myself those questions. Coming soon is going to be a really honest one about what do I really need to sew for the autumn and winter, versus not what I want, but what I need. So I want to ask myself, what did I wear last winter? What's missing in my wardrobe? And then maybe some joyful sewing just for joyful sewing reasons. But how do I get the joyful sewing into the reality? I don't want them to be two separate things. I should be able to find them a way for the joyful to be the needed at the same time. So have a great rest of the week, and I will see you soon. Bye.